Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about kind of a hot topic issue for me. We are going to talk about what I wish I knew before my eldest went to kindergarten. Now, my husband and I had sent my eldest to daycare and then to preschool for a few years and did a little bit of stuff at home, and we thought he was so prepared for kindergarten. We were like, yes, academically and socially, this kid is ready to go. But we learned very quickly that we were completely unprepared for kindergarten. Kindergarten is not what it was when we went to school in the 90s anymore. The expectations for kiddos in kindergarten are so much higher. I would say they honestly lean towards what I did more so in first grade than what I did in kindergarten, which was a bit shocking for me. The amount of things that he was supposed to know walking in through the door or learn within like 3 weeks and be ready to go with. So I'm going to take you through my list of the things that we were not prepared for, what I would have done differently, and some of my resources that we used to catch him up to where he needed to be. You know, it's one of those things as a parent where it's embarrassing almost. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we did this wrong. We didn't set him up for success. But you don't know what you don't know, and every kid's different. So let's just jump into this list, and hopefully this helps you prep your kiddo for kindergarten. So the first thing on the list that I didn't know, we had our son learn his ABCs, but I did not know to fully make sure he was prepared walking into kindergarten on day one to know all his ABCs in uppercase and lowercase. You know, he could sing his alphabet, he could identify every single letter, but knowing them both in uppercase and lowercase was a bit of a challenge. He learned it just one way with lowercase, and then it was like, just kidding, like capital letters are a thing. So going through and making sure they know their alphabet both ways will be super helpful. Our kindergarten teacher even had like a chart on the wall with all the kids to like show how many letters they knew at a time, because they were continuously tested like every 2 weeks at how many letters they could identify, lowercase and uppercase. That sometimes it was awkward looking at the chart because, kids can oftentimes perform better at home than in the classroom when being tested, and being like, oh, he knows all these. And then looking at where he was when he was in that testing environment was a bit disheartening. So make sure you learn both uppercase and lowercase. Starting to work on grip strength. So my eldest is left-handed. Both my husband and I are right-handed. And we knew that in kindergarten, like he'd start using a pencil or a pen. Obviously he's going to color with markers and crayons, but we did not realize the importance of him having pincher grip sticks, or your pincher fingers, and making sure that he could correctly grip a pencil and be able to start writing with it. And depending on your kiddo and their activity level, they may need extra help to get that pincher grip strengthened enough to be able to correctly write with a pencil and be able to color. And that was mind-boggling for me, because at preschool every day he colored and he did different things with pencils and pens. But we didn't realize how weak his hand was until he started kindergarten and was having to do things continuously throughout the day versus doing maybe one lesson of it at preschool and maybe coloring a little bit at home. So working on that pincher grip is a great thing to start doing early. Now, my next one, knowing how to cut with scissors. Scissor cutting is something they're probably going to do from like the first week on for different activities and arts and crafts. Make sure your kiddo knows how to use little kid safety scissors. And if they're left-handed, making sure you teach them how to use left-handed scissors, and even practice with some regular right-handed scissors, because not every classroom is going to have left-handed scissors or have enough of them for every kid who needs them. And there's tons of ways you can practice it. We'll talk about that in a bit, but making sure your kid knows how to actually cut things, because they're probably going to be asked to do that pretty quickly with their assignments. Another one is starting to write his ABCs. I was amazed. It was like week 2 while they were still learning to identify lowercase and uppercase letters. They were expected to start writing them, which was wild to me. I was like, they just started kindergarten last week. So I wish at home we would have started like getting him to practice writing. That goes into his pencil grip and stuff. But starting to practice writing those letters and writing them in uppercase and lowercase, because that's what they are going to be expected to do pretty quickly in the classroom. And if you think about it, you have one teacher to 20, 25, 30 students. They're not able to stand at every child's desk and correct their pencil grip, to correct how they're writing the letters, especially if they're left-handed versus right-handed. They need to set their hand up differently. Something to start practicing at home early. Now with this, I wish we would have started practicing reading phonics and sight words. Sight words is huge now in how kids learn how to read. When we were younger in the 90s, we learned how to read using phonics, using sounds. Now they more so focus on sight words, words that kids should just memorize from the get-go, and then breaking down the words to be able to pronounce them and say them correctly. I wish we would have taught him phonics to begin with, because he started learning how to read at school and just with sight words and having to memorize those sight words like because, at, on, no, the. Those are some of the sight words. And so every 2 weeks he was tested on his sight words, but he wasn't learning how to break down the word or learning the phonics of like TH makes this sound or ING makes this sound. So we had to restart his reading education at home, teaching him differently than what he was learning at school so he could break down words and not just have all his words memorized for sight words, because later on it was getting harder and harder for him to read other words that weren't sight words because he didn't learn the phonics and the sounds of the combination of the different letters together. Now this next one goes back to writing. I wish we would have taught him how to write his name at home. Even if we didn't focus on writing other letters, he was expected pretty early, like first month of kindergarten, to be writing his name at the top of the paper. And that can be difficult when you're just learning how to write. I would recommend focusing on learning how to write their first name and like their last initial, and then going into their last name, depending on the size of the last name. But it's something I wish we would have started from the get-go, because there's so many times where you could see he was attempting a J, but he had never written his name before. So I wish at home we would have written his name and practiced that a lot more so that he would have been prepared for writing it pretty quickly in kindergarten. And then my last one, I wish we would have known, wish we would have practiced, would be every night coming home and emptying his backpack. So getting out any paperwork he needed to get out, whether that was something we needed to do or just something to store or toss, any artwork, bringing out everything from his lunchbox so we could refill it and get rid of trash for the next day. We did not get in that habit. So I wish we would have established that habit from the beginning, because now with him in first grade, we're still sometimes struggling with getting him to do that every single night when he comes home, doing it right away. So something just to have on your radar, practice, talk through. Our daycare and preschool wasn't sending him home with something every day, so we were never in that habit, but maybe even practicing and pretending prior to school starts. All right, y'all, so let's talk about things that have helped with all this, things I would have used ahead of time if we would have known, and things we are going to now do with our second. The second child always gets that benefit because the first one is the trial and you learn so much. So here's some things that have helped and what we're going to do with our youngest. First thing is flashcards, ABC flashcards in uppercase and lowercase, where you are making sure this kid knows all his letters in both ways so he is able to identify them really quickly when he is being tested on them. With that is also sight word flashcards and learning phonics. There are so many books on the market you can get right now that, teach phonics, but the old school methods truly work best, or making your own flashcards. So those are some things that we have now used with our eldest that we're going to be using with our youngest, just to get him prepped and ready. Now that we know the sight words he's going to be expected to use, you can Google that and find, kindergarten sight words, and you'll be able to see the list pretty easily. And to know how to break down words with phonics. So we're starting him off with that pretty quickly. For cutting, something we've done with our eldest is I actually got a cutting workbook. I'm going to link it below in the description. And it is a workbook where you're able to pull out the sheets, and it has him practice cutting out different shapes and pictures or lines or golden squiggly, different things like that. it has made such a difference in his ability to cut and cut like correctly on the line. So I'll link that below. It's made such a difference. You know, yes, it's annoying that we end up with all this stuff all over our house because he's cutting things and he wants to keep the pictures, but it was so great about him getting to practice, and the workbook is set up to go from like easy to harder. So it's definitely worth it if your kid is struggling with cutting and cutting like on the line and cutting out pictures to get a workbook that lets them practice all that. Now, grip strength is a huge one that I worked on with my son after kindergarten and during kindergarten. And these are going to be translated over to what we're doing with our youngest. But grip strength is so important. So some things to think about. Your child may need different grippers on their pencil to be able to put their hand in the correct position, especially when they're little. They're so small, and they may need the thicker pencils versus the thinner traditional number 2 pencils that we all love and use. So some things to think about with how they hold the pencil, but also there's tons of practice you can use. So we did practice of using mazes. So I would buy workbooks, I'll link them below, of mazes. So then he could practice holding his pencil correctly and going through the maze. So it allowed him to follow, or was able to go and grip up his hand strength that way. You know, doing the cutting practice was really important. And then we did tons of pincher grip strengthening exercises. So a lot of this, I actually bought stuff. I'll link below what I purchased just to make it easier on myself. I would get popsicle sticks, and I actually took an old tin of formula and cut slots in the top. So he'd have to pick up the sticks and put them into the slots. So then he's picking it up, moving it. It was working his fingers and his hand strength to be moving it. I got these like little bears that you could put out, and he would have to pick them up and color sort them or sort them by numbers if I gave him that. It also came with tweezers and different like scooping items that he had to, you know, hold and use this way to be able to get those items up. That was very helpful as well. There are tons of things on Amazon, on the internet, different activities you can do, but strengthening those hand muscles will make writing so much easier for your kiddo. I just recommend trying to play some of those activities, using things you can at home, whether it's grabbing some blocks or different toys or different things, just to make it easier on you and them when they start writing. The biggest thing with those gripping exercises is making sure that they are focusing on those 2 fingers versus everything. Like everything is great, but these are the 2 that need the most work for most kiddos. So if they're picking up items, focusing on them, just using these 2 fingers to pick the items up and move them is going to strengthen their grip a great deal. And then the last thing we've been doing, which is kind of like the easiest in this, but we made a chore chart for our kiddo. So now every day when he comes home, he has chores that he marks off. I'll link below the ones we're using right now. And one of those is emptying his backpack every night. So now he knows when he comes home, he works on his chore chart, you know, putting his shoes away correctly, getting all the stuff out of his backpack, putting stuff in the hamper, like basic, easy, you know, 7-year-old appropriate chores, but now he's in that habit and knows he needs to check it off every single night. And it's also a great reminder for myself because it's on our fridge. So I see it every single night. It's easy for me to see if he's checked it off or not every single night, and getting us in the habit of getting everything out of that backpack. Alright, y'all, so that's everything I wish I knew for my eldest going into kindergarten. All the things I would work on, some different activities. I'll make sure to link below everything that I can. You know, kindergarten is not what it used to be in the 90s. So much more is expected of kiddos so much faster. By the end of kindergarten, they were supposed to be reading. And that was wild to me. Like, I remember us learning to read in 1st grade. We learned ABCs and did things, but kindergarten was fun. We did some learning, but it wasn't as intense as where I felt my kindergartner was being tested every single week on, you know, learning his alphabet, learning sight words, being able to read. Like, it was wild being able to write, you know, fully his name and all his letters. So with our youngest, we're going to be prepping him with all those things ahead of time just so he is able to be at a better spot and less stressful spot in his kindergarten year. If there's anything that you, through your experience, would recommend that others work on with their kiddos prior to going into kindergarten, let us know in the comments below. Share that knowledge so we can all work on it together. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.